Inshallah and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome to the Musing Moon Meditation, bringing in the new moon in Cancer. This new moon is dedicated to the element of water. And looking at the 4 pillars of destiny chart, this new moon arrives at the magical number of 1:16 a.m. Mountain Time. So check your local time zone. I'm in the Mountain Time Zone. The element of the day, the element to ground into or bring into, would be water and possibly fire, to be all honest. There is a little bit of water in the chart at the hour, and there's yin fire on the hour. So it's a very yin kind of day. Yin is inside. Yin is also the moon, where yang energy is the sun. So it should be a very feeling kind of day of our inner world, a great day to just nurture our inner feelings and get into the flow. And I find it curious that Cancer is the sign of what we feel, and our moon sign shows where those feelings are habitating, or the character of the moon and where it is in our natal chart expresses that information. And the moon actually represents, or it's our outer character, it's our subconsciousness, it's our instinct in our patterns. And these patterns actually stem from prior incarnations or lifetimes. It's our emotional qualities that we need. It actually, the moon represents the sum total of all of our past lives. Where Saturn, and the reason I'm bringing in Saturn, is this new moon is at the 18th degree. The 18th degree, or the 8, is represented by Saturn. So in the chart, I would probably look to where Saturn is at the current moment. Saturn is in the end degrees of Aquarius, having a little hangout there. But Saturn is our tester, it's our authority, it's the teacher, it's the dweller. And for Saturn's goal is for us to reach our perfection and assist us in performing and transmuting all of our negative karma and enabling us through discipline. It's also the dark father, the disciplinarian, to create and get to the highest level of perfection that allows us to continue our soul's journey across the rainbow bridge into the higher planes of consciousness. So Saturn works with us to create an ascended master on the other realms and timelines and dimension, where the 1 and the 18 actually is represented by our sun. The sun is like our soul, our inner character. It's where we shine the brightest. It's our individual relationship with the greater cosmos, the divine plan. The sun has aspects that reveal our strongest character traits and our chief ambitions, like where we shine our magical light. So this new moon in Cancer, emotions, great affirmation would be 8, commit to our heart on the day-to-day through our emotional state of awareness. So that is our feeling state of awareness. So it's committing to a feeling in our day-to-day with our heart. What does our heart have to say to that? And we all can choose feelings, whether they're a high state of awareness for our feelings or a lower state of awareness for our feelings. And also, just to bring this up, because I feel like it's a very curious thing, Earth is also a symbol in our chart, whether we look at it or not. Earth is always located exactly opposing our sun in our natal chart. So my sun is located at 27 degrees Gemini. So the Earth would be the exact opposer, which is 27 Sagittarius, which tells me also that I'm opposing the galactic center. So it's like the messages from the greater spirit are easily downloaded in a kind of a crazy way for me. So this is just different ideas to get you to connect with higher states of consciousness through the feelings of the moon, and to pay attention to your feelings, especially as the sun is moving through the sign of Cancer. So the archangel is Gabriel. I just actually did a podcast on Gabriel on Monday. Be sure to tune into that. Gabriel is an archangel. There's always a hidden message for us. It could be a message from the greater spirit who wants us to realize our inner strength and make our inner self much stronger. It also represents the feminine forces in creation. It's Cancer, so it's motherhood. It's our inner child, our inner baby, the moon, nurturing our inner baby. But this archangel is actually a protector of our inner baby who assists us in all stages of parenting and what that looks like. So it's the strength of God universe, where the Capricorn archangel, because this is an 18-degree new moon, this is Azrael, whom God helps. So Azrael, as I talked about in my podcast this week, is the angel of death who brings an end to all things. I recently had a very good friend of mine cross over, so I thought it was curious how the angel of death brings an end to all things, and he had a Capricorn rising. So I found this was very curious when I started researching information for this musing new moon. So Azrael is actually one of the sweetest archangels who assists us to cross over when it is our time to go to the Rainbow Bridge. And it also shows us the different stages of life. And we get different insight into all of these events that we're going to face in our entire journey in Earth School. Azrael takes our soul away from this material world to attain our own inner reflection and our resurrection, basically. And Leo has the secrets of God. Why am I saying Leo? Leo is represented by the one. It's our day-to-day. It's what our heart wants. It's what our heart loves. And staying connected with our heart. Raziel actually knows all the secrets and the mysteries of the universe that holds those hidden messages for humanity. They just have this innate supreme knowledge that assists us to know our physical ability and guide us towards the path of success. That's our sun. It's also capable of, when we have reoccurring dreams or thoughts or imaginations that make us actually stronger to tackle any difficult situations in our Earth journey, in Earth School. Raziel is actually a divine soul who has all the answers that are stopping us from moving forward. So during this new moon, I would call on Raziel, I would call on Gabriel, and I would also call on Azrael. So one is whom God helps, Azrael, and Raziel is the secret of God, so those would be messages, and Gabriel is the strength of God. So we have all three of these connected. So the element, again, of the day, for myself, I have a candle lit. It's yin energy, so a candle versus, yang energy would be the sun or a large fire. So it's like going inward and paying attention to your emotions. I generally like to do no more than 3 new moon wishes. 10 is too much. I think we get lost in the story when we have too many wishes that we're wishing for on new moons. So I would possibly write down 10 wishes for this new moon, go through them again and kind of take them down to 3. So Cancer is like our foundation. It's our home. It's our internal beingness. It's our emotional state of awareness. It's our feelings of belonging. It's also our financial security. It's the home. It's the 4th house. It also is nurturing, just caring, being empathic. It's just being aware of our own feelings and even the sensitivity to the feelings of others and just having an awareness of needs, what those needs are. It's the good mother. If you ever noticed a Cancer mom, they're very motherly. So our Leo mothers, that's where they shine, especially if their sun is in the 5th house. It can also be excessive self-protection, maybe a feeling of insecurity, fears of rejection. It's our breasts, it's our chest, it's our stomach, and whatnot. So depending what you have going on as the season of Cancer, I also think it's important to bring in Leo, what makes our heart shine, because it's at this 18 degree. Leo is love, it's romance, it's creativity, it's playfulness, it's celebration of life. Leos can be the rage or they can be the love. So, it's just the intense encounters of love. It really is where our heart shines. Where Capricorn is more the authority, it's the 10th house, it's leadership, success, being recognized, authority figures, being responsible. It's security in our future, not so much in our day-to-day. Rules father time, old age. If you've ever met a Capricorn, they're always old agers. They're old when they're young and young when they're old. So they have that flip side to them. It's also our goals, it's our ambition, being recognized, even our social status. So just wishes that you have for any of these 3 signs, because they're actually kind of merging in our emotional state of awareness. So it's the home, so you could have a wish of, like, say, I am easily attracting and recognizing a home that's happy and perfect for me, or maybe I am attracting work, and just kind of list down the right things that resonate with you and through you. Or, just getting into your feelings and what it is you want to attract or bring in for this new moon. I also, because I haven't done this quite yet, and you might know, and you might need to shift, but what usually needs to change is not our dreams, but how we approach, how we've been using, or how we go about attaining those dreams. And in our natal chart in astrology, there's the 11th house. The 11th house actually is where our granddaddy wishes come through. So I'm super excited for this new moon. It is going to be in my 11th house, the granddaddy wishes. And the granddaddy wishes are wishes that have intense, innovative, like lightning kind of wishes that come through to them. So anytime the sun, or the moon, is traveling through your 11th house, the new moon, it has to be the new moon. So mine happens to be ruled by Cancer. So this new moon, I'm going to be doing wishes for what happens in my 11th house, which is society, how I'm seen in the outer world, social media, all that juicy stuff, because that's that house. So what I would highly recommend is choose your element of the day. If you feel like you need to get into the flow, I would ground into water. If you need more clarity, again, water. So, just imagine the different magic aspects of water. Water can rain down and bring peace and clarity from the heavens. It could be a still pond. You can communicate through water. Water flows. So it's like this peace and reconciliation and clarity that is water, which is actually a larger aspect of our inner being and our body, along with the earth. It's all connected. Or I would bring in the element of fire. And like I said, I lit a candle. The candle color, you can choose a different color to bring in different aspects. I have a white candle at the moment at my ancestor shrine, and I also have a red candle. Red obviously represents fire, so it's like the fire of the fire, where the white candle is mineral, storytelling, and community, because it's white. So those are just some options for this moon meditation. And because the 1 and the 8 actually, when you add them together, numerology, nets to a 9. So when we commit to our heart, our feelings, we net to a 9. So it's the action. And 9 is Aries. It's also our root center. So I am guided to bring in red light down through the crown from the galactic universe down to the root, and then exhale into the earth plane. And just bring in the commitment to your day-to-day reality to tune into your emotions, and pay attention to the doing of the emotion instead of the acting. That's more of an Aries thing. The seed sound for the root center is O as in road, even though it's spelled L-A-M, lam, but it's this O like in road in the sound. So it'd be O, like low. And it's actually to bring those feelings of into your inner world and connect with those feelings. What's the message? I would highly recommend journaling, and just having an affirmation of, I am committed to my heart and what my heart feels in my day-to-day world. You could ohm that, you could chant that, just whatever you're called to. So for this Musing Moon meditation, we're going to start out with 3 long, like as in road. It's like ro, like the O. So and as you say that out loud, or just listen to me, just imagine the seed sound bringing you down into the realm of water or the realm of fire in your innerness. And fire is also passion, things you're passionate about, things that light you up. So we're going to actually do 9 breaths plus a container to contain us in a sphere. I always like to put myself in a sphere of golden or silver or just effervescent light, as a sacred container, if you've listened to the Buttercup meditation, which I highly recommend. But so for now, just breathe in your container, silver or gold. Gold is actually a higher harmonic of our soul's purpose. Silver attunes to our shaman's portal to deflect any negative energy, any debris, anything that doesn't belong with your higher self, your higher Sira. So I always like to do a breath in and do a hold for the count of 3 and then exhale longer. So after, you might need to pause this because it's getting a little long, but that's just part of the journey, right? And you can also, if you feel called, you can bring in any of those archangels. Gabriel, you can bring in Azrael, or you can bring in Raziel. But you can also Azrael because of the Aries energy. So Azrael, just real quick, is the lioness of God. So that's the healing angel of nature, the earth and the animals. It's also associated with fairies and other nature spirits. The role of this archangel is to assist us to connect with all forms of nature, whether it's in the physical or the metaphysical or the other worlds. So if you have the need to manifest earthly desires within our environment, in our day-to-day, whether it's a career or maybe you need to create the essence of a beautiful garden, this archangel is the one that you can call on to assist you. I myself have fairy gardens kind of all around my house, and I nurture that relationship with the spirits in nature along with the fairies and beings in the other realms. So if you feel called to bring in Azrael, the lioness of God, I would highly recommend you do that as well. And also, just to recap real quick before we do the meditation, it's with this moon, it's the feeling of safety. It's related to our home, our family, and activities that are cooking and gardening. So, we all have emotional fluctuations, and just learning to forgive and forget in order to avoid negative thoughts or depression or getting too wrapped up in our mind about things. Our perception of the world is often subjective to, what we surround ourselves with. So you want to try to create a certain distance without being bitter in a way. Within our beingness, our emotional manifestations kind of adds energy, or we can create a real sense of belonging in our world. We are all born with the magic of the moon, so I'm actually enjoying creating these moon meditations. So just take a few deep breaths, center yourself, and breathe in whatever light you're guided to breathe in. Like I said, I prefer silver, but today I actually want to bring in the light of Christ, God consciousness, gold light for transmutation and for healing all emotions. So just take an in-breath, and again, I want you to hold it at the base of your spine, your root center. And as you exhale, just imagine a sphere of golden light or silver light surrounding your entire beingness. And know that you are releasing all misaligned energy, all misguided energy, anything that doesn't belong with your beingness. Now we're going to inhale through the crown to the root center. And I want you to breathe in your own inner love of self and what that looks like. The passionate self, the magical being that you are. Hold for a count of 3 and exhale. And on your next inhale, I want you to hold in or bring in feelings of love and committing to the feeling of loving yourself in your day-to-day reality. Down to the root and exhale. Your next inhale, I want you to inhale all beliefs about your emotional state of awareness and how amazing you are in your beliefs, in your day-to-day reality. And just know that you can believe in what your feelings, your empathetic world is telling or sharing you. So inhale down to the root and exhale, release. Inhale where your heart belongs emotionally. Hold for a count of 3. Exhale from the root. Inhale all positive thoughts and affirmations of light and affirm the magical being that resides within you in your day-to-day reality. Hold to the root. Exhale, release. Inhale your willingness to open and receive abundance from the archangels of Azrael, the archangel of Gabriel, the archangel of Azrael, Ariel, and any archangel, honestly, that you're called to today for assistance, to just be open to receive on the exhale. Inhale your commitment to loving yourself and feeling your abundant love and nurturing your inner child on your day-to-day. Hold to the root. Exhale and release. And our final breath, inhale all actions you're going to take on feeling your highest potential and surrounding yourself to the commitment of love in your heart. manifesting in your physical, day-to-day reality down to the root. The root is our manifestation center. And on a release, exhale and be at peace. Thanks for joining me, my gift to you, this Musing Moon meditation. And as always, I will see you on the other side. Inshallah and Ashe.